Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the leader of the first Black African country to shake off the chains of colonial rule, once said, "We are going to see that we create our own African personality and identity. We again rededicate ourselves in struggle to emancipate other countries in Africa. For our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent." Assuming we were all employees and our bosses treated us as though we were slaves, how would we feel? In fact, how would you feel? Also, assuming we were all our own bosses, how would we feel? We wouldn't have to be under the supervision of anyone. We make our own decisions and so forth. Gaining independence in Ghana and freedom from colonial masters is of so much importance. I am a young Ghanaian lady who has witnessed my motherland celebrate so many years of independence. In addition to that, I have researched about Ghana's independence, and that gives me so much insight on the topic at hand. Having total control of your own governance after so many years of being under colonial rule is one greatest form of freedom. Ghana's independence has brought about so many benefits, such as being in control of her own decisions, relying on her own human resources, and the ability to choose her own leaders. First of all, Ghana's independence and freedom from colonial masters has brought about independence in decision making with regards to national policies. Leaders in a country can now make decisions on their own as to how to govern the nation without any interferences from other nations. This freedom has also given Ghana's traditional leaders the power to rule over their small groups of people. As a result of the country being able to make her own decisions, they have the ability and the power to utilize natural resources for economic growth. For example, Ghana was initially called the Gold Coast before she gained her independence. This is as a result of the numerous amounts of gold the country had. But then, the country somewhat lost its wealth because of decline in trade and a whole lot. If the country had no masters to determine what to do with their natural resources, I believe the country will still have so much wealth as of before. Also, in relation to independence and decision making, the country was declared a democratic country where all the voices of citizens are heard. Now, there is no form of dictatorship, and that promotes peaceful coexistence. Secondly, Ghana's independence is so important because it enables Ghanaians rely on their human resources for development. Initially, Ghanaians were used as slaves in other countries and sometimes in their own country. Imagine being a slave in your own country. Now, since Ghana is free from all these rules and bondages, human resources are being trained, and this increases human workforce, and this also increases development. Isn't that amazing? In view of that, Ghanaians do not have to import certain goods, nor hire foreigners to perform certain tasks or projects. Lastly, independence and freedom from colonial masters has given Ghanaians the ability to choose their own national leaders. During colonial days, colonial masters were those who chose whom to be national leaders. Currently, Ghanaians exercise their franchise by choosing their own national leaders. Freedom comes in so many forms, but I believe a country, specifically Ghana's greatest freedom, was having total control of her governance after so many years of being under colonial rule. Due to independence, Ghana has been able to control her decision making, rely on her human resource, and choose her own national leaders. Truly, good things do not come by easy, but with hard work, determination, and so much struggle. But remember, after all this hard labor comes a beautiful ending and a story to share one day. Thank you.